Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome into a new edition of Spiced Up Sports Zone. You are locked in right here on the Kool TV YouTube channel. I am your host, Ben Spicer, and it is basketball season. In case you have not noticed yet, high school hoops has been underway for about a week and a half now. College basketball in full swing. We touched on some college and high school basketball in our first ever episode, but we are going all in with the hoops on our second edition of the Spiced Up Sports Zone. And we're going to start with the Eastern Kentucky Conference Championships. Now, those are coming up tomorrow on Thursday. You're watching this episode on Wednesday. Sometimes I got to straighten myself out a little bit, especially this time of year. You kind of lose track of what day it is. So really that was just for my mental clarity. I know you guys know what day it is. You're not as dumb as I am. So tomorrow, Thursday night at West Carter, we've got two great games on the slate, and we will have highlights coming your way right here on Kool TV following those games. I'll be on hand shooting some highlights of both of our contests, and we'll start by previewing the girls game where it's Rowan County, one of the state's top teams, the highest ranked 16th region team in the most recent AP poll. The Rowan County Vikings, 2-1 on the season. They lost to GRC in their season opener, but no shame in that. If you follow girls basketball in the Bluegrass, you know GRC is tough. And Rowan County, speaking of tough, they had a difficult draw to start things off in the EKC tournament against Russell. The Vikings, though, were able to topple the Red Devils by a count of 54-42. Haven Ford, she's been a handful for opposing teams so far this season. Can someone say Kentucky Miss Basketball candidate? Ford had a cool 31 points, 31 in the win against Russell on 67% shooting to go along with 11 rebounds. Your normal double-double, right? Well, how about this one? Ford would get another double-double a game later in the most recent game against West Carter, but it came in a little unconventional way. Ford finished with 34 points and 10 steals. Wow, she has also added 7 rebounds and 5 assists for that 2-1 Rowan County team in that win over the Comets. Now, as for Lewis County, they entered this matchup undefeated at 3-0, but they've had to earn their latest 2 wins. The Lions dispatched Fleming County 59-35 in the season opener, then took care of a tough Scott team 46-44. In the EKC tournament game, they needed overtime to defeat Bath County 54-49. We told you about Haven Ford. How about Sarah Weddington? She's another incredible talent in our region, and she showed that in the win over the Wildcats with 28 points on 57% shooting. She also had a double-double of her own with 11 rebounds. Weddington is averaging 20.7 points per game and 11.7 rebounds so far on the year for Coach Jay Fight. The girls EKC championship game will tip off at 6 p.m. and immediately following that, about 20 minutes or so after, we will have the boys championship game. And that pits Bath County up against Russell. Now, these Bath County Wildcats on the boys' side have had plenty of drama themselves. It all started with Zach Otis hitting a buzzer beater to defeat East Carter in what was a back-and-forth affair seen on Kool TV. The Wildcats then pulled away from Lewis County late yesterday to win 56-51 and earn a spot in the finals on Thursday. Otis racked up 35 points on 58% shooting in the win against East and also pulled down 7 rebounds. Stats for the Lewis County win were not live at the time of recording. Bath County is 3-0 now on the season after defeating Lawrence County to open the year. As for Russell, they pulled away from Rowan County in a close contest, 51-47 in the first game of the EKC tournament. The Red Devils had a balanced scoring effort. Carson Blum tallied 12, David Charles had 10, Zaylin Carter pitched in 9, and Gavin Carter added 8. Last night, the Red Devils edged out host West Carter 55-43. Charles was key in that one with 22 points and 6 rebounds. Noah Quinn and Blum added in 13 apiece. Russell fell to Bath County in last year's 16th region tournament opening round, so a little bit of a revenge factor perhaps for Coach Cooksey and the Red Devils. That game will follow the Rowan County-Lewis County girls game, and again we'll have highlights, reaction from both matchups right here on Kool TV. So while you're at it, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down there on your screen. Turn on the bell so you get notified when those highlights drop. You don't want to miss those as soon as they come out because if Bath County's last 2 games were any indication, this one's going to be thrilling as well. Next up on Spiced Up Sports Zone, before we close out our second episode, we're going to go a route that I don't think anyone watching the show expected. It is a team that has not fielded a KHSAA basketball squad in nearly 40 years. We're sticking right here in Ashland with Holy Family as we take a look at the direction that their program is heading. Holy Family Catholic School in downtown Ashland hasn't had an official high school basketball team since 1986. A new athletic director and basketball coach is hoping to restore the lore of Holy Family, albeit in a new way.
All right, let's go. Run on this side. On this side. All right.
Frank Martin became the school's AD and coach over the summer. The former Marshall guard has coached AAU basketball and for several schools in the Huntington area, including Huntington Prep. Martin sees Holy Family trying to emulate his former school in some ways.
What I'm trying to do here is similar to what they do at Huntington Prep. We're not there yet, but we're building towards that and, trying to build a big program here. And, we're independent right now. We can play, how many games we want, play different teams. We're playing 3 college teams this year, so, we're trying to build it up to get kids to come here. So if we can get kids to come here, then the foundation is here. We just got to get the kids here to build it up. Joining Martin is Darnell Lyseth, a Portsmouth native. Lyseth has been coaching with Martin for nearly a decade, dating back to 2014 when the two coached travel teams together. Lyseth says the latest venture started out small before elevating to its current level.
Well, basically, we were doing basketball camps here, and the basketball camps turned into they wanted a really good program. And so we took it from there, and, so we want to keep the thing going. They haven't really had a good basketball program here since 1971, I do believe. And so it's a really big thing. You're starting to get a lot of talk around the area about Holy Family and the things that we got going on here.
The inaugural Holy Family basketball team under Martin features kids from a variety of backgrounds.
A lot of these kids, where we'll take homeschool kids, we'll take kids that didn't make their high school team or their middle school team, they can come and play with us. And we also got kids that can play at the high school but chose to play here with us.
I'm homeschooled, and I was asking my mom if I could play basketball this season because I hadn't played since middle school. And we were looking on Facebook, and he said that he had a spot for open players. He was like, "How tall are you?" I was like, 6 foot. And he let me try out, and he's taken me on his wing and let me play for him. And I've learned so much more than my middle school coach. I'm 5'11", by the way, so I kind of lied to him, but it's okay.
Actually, I played AAU for Team Mayo, and that's where I met Frank at. And after it was 2 years ago, and then I decided not to try for Huntington High. And then Quasim, my teammate, he actually told me about Holy Family, so I was interested.
Isaac Smith has been attending Holy Family since the 3rd grade. He's now a senior and is excited to play for Coach Martin.
The coach is just different. He's just completely new players, completely new connections, a completely different playing style. It's a lot more, he's not just going to tell you, hey, do this, and just let you do this. He's going to show you how to do this. He's not just going to let you go on your own and take it 2 months to figure out the play. He'll tell you what to do. He'll shadow for you. He'll shadow for you to make sure you're doing it right, and he'll tell you when you're doing it wrong.
Like any school, each player has individual goals they are hoping to accomplish, in addition to winning together as a team.
This year I'm trying to learn the game of basketball, to be honest. I'm trying to get the roots down and understand the game and learn how to play for him and his style. And then next year, I'm hoping to ball out and actually win some games and help the team. So right now, I'm still in the learning process.
I didn't get most of my last season. I had an injury, so I couldn't play last season. So kind of from going to absolutely being able to do nothing to going to this level of basketball, it just makes me happy. It just makes me happy.
Although Martin is getting familiar with his new position at the school, he says support has been incredible from everyone involved with the Irish.
What make it easy, where you have good people behind you here at this school that really want success. So, they help us and help raise money. That we got brand new uniforms. shoes, bags, you know, a lot of different things, you know, to help the basketball team go.
Holy Family is 4-0 so far on the season. They hope to qualify for the Big Shots Prep National Tournament in February in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Though the program's revival is still in its infancy, Martin and members of the Irish team say big things are in store for the school.
Once he gets in a groove, it's going to be nonstop for him. He played ball overseas. He's got all this coaching experience. He's got Darnell, which is kind of all you need, to be honest. But like, they're going to have it down. Once they got the process down, they can do it faster, better. It's like 3 years, they're going to be a top team around here. No question.
I think we'll be really good next year. I mean, we're good this year, but my senior year, which would be next year, I think we'll be a lot more put together.
I see us having a prep team. I see us having a school team that's in the Kentucky Association. I see us trying to build a middle school up. I see us trying to get girls basketball here. Same with tennis. The volleyball team, we're trying to build that program up. So the main thing that we're trying to do is get students enrolled in Holy Family. So we can get kids enrolled in Holy Family, and I think that'll take a lot of, you know, going out trying to recruit kids, get kids to come here. If we can get kids to believe in Holy Family, what we're trying to do, then we can keep kids here.
With us doing well, the school does better. New people coming in, if people want to play, we can bring people in, they can come to school. It helps basically everybody.
Big thanks to Coach Frank Martin for having us out for a practice and that game against Rose Hill earlier last week. Be sure to follow Holy Family. Add Frank Martin here on Facebook if you have him. He does some basketball training, so for anyone maybe interested in that route or even, you know, exploring the option of Holy Family, reach out to Coach Martin on Facebook. That's all we have for this episode of Spiced Up Sports Zone. I'm your host, Ben Spicer. We'll be back on Friday with more exciting local sports coverage. Until then, see you next time.